What's the next 5 years look like for you? Is it about Laird Superfoods? And then also physically, do you have more challenges? Do you know that you can never do some of the things you did 10 years ago? How do you approach all of those things?
Well, I mean, the thing about XPT, but and ultimately, the thing about Laird Superfood is that's probably the greatest service platform that I'm exposed to right now. My greatest opportunity to be of service and ultimately be of service with real impact. Like I've been of service to people, hey, do a sport. It's great. You're on the ocean. More people that are in the ocean will care about the ocean. It'll help protect the ocean. I mean, it's great. And sometimes I hear myself and I go, oh yeah, you're idealistic and blah, blah, blah and all that. But the truth is that if people feel better and are nourished better, they're going to, I mean, if they eat better and if they're nourished better, they're going to feel better. They're just going to feel better. It's going to be it's going to be better for them in their life, right? Which ultimately will probably be better at their house, which is going to be better at their community, which might be better in their country, could be better in the world. So that's an idealistic point of view that I believe, in truth, that is something that's really important. That I think when it's hard for people to make good decisions if they don't feel good. So we know that, and so on the big service, right now I got to survive parenting. That's still up in the air. It's a 50-50 shot with the girls, but and Gabby and I and our relationship and our love and the time, we're going on 20, more than 20, 22, 23, we're 24, we have some years that we're starting to rack up. Together. That's always something that's consistent. That'll be until I'm not here on the planet. And unless there's another plan that I don't know, somebody forgot to tell me about. But and then for my own personal kind of the selfish part of me that's about riding waves, and my whole focus is in foiling right now. So foil surfing, foils, I believe, are the way to ride the biggest waves in the world. I just recently was in in Portugal at this giant wave called Nazaré, which is kind of one of the premier big wave spots right now in the world that's getting a lot of attention because of its proximity to the land, but also to the big Atlantic surf. And so we were doing some hydrofoiling there, and then I traveled so I have a couple goals in hydrofoiling that are keeping me interested. I always kind of set things up further, farther, faster, bigger, higher, all that kind of stuff. I guess it's a crazy thing, but so foiling's got my, we're doing this, we have electric hydrofoils, boards, we have manual prone paddling ones, we have stand-up paddling ones, and then we have toe-in ones. So foiling kind of keeping the selfish Laird, surfer, that's kind of fulfilling that bucket, that spoke. We were speaking about Bezonomics recently, the book with Bezos's book about the flywheel, and I always describe the life like a tire, with spokes, and if any one spoke's loose, there's a bump in the roll. Try to keep one of those, but so that selfish. The surfer spoke is the foiling thing, and that's pretty lined up to have plenty to do. We're always relying on conditions, So, and then then another spoke is the fitness. Be prepared physically to be able to handle and endure those situations and perform. I mean, obviously, age becomes a thing out there. I'm not looking at it right now as, and I think I said this to Gabby the other day for the first time. I'm like, I really wish there was more surf right now, because I feel like, like there's like a mechanism saying, hey, you're not going to be able to just do this at this level forever kind of thing. But I don't know what that looks like, because at the end, maybe whatever I'm doing, I'll be able to do at a level that's more than fulfilling. And I'm not using what I've done as a gauge, and I'm not going back and comparing. Like I used to run the 40 and 3.2, and now I'm running it in 3.7, and now I'm at 4.2, and I'm seeing like a decline. I'm doing different things. And so every time I'm doing something, it's new. So for me, I'm the best I ever was at that.
Right.
And maybe I'll be the best I've ever been at this new thing because it's new and I never did it before. So maybe there's a way to set it up that way too, where we don't have, because comparing, what do they say? Comparison is the death of happiness. I mean, it's like, if you just keep looking back, well, I was I'm like, and it goes back to my saying, dreams bigger than memories, all of that. So what does that look like? So maybe if I keep pursuing, and I have right now I have a bunch of new things stacked up, and then there's this superfood spoke, that's an incredible thing that just is bringing a lot of people, probably more people than I could have ever imagined, in a more diverse way than I ever could imagine, having a real impact because it's good for humans, just for people. And not everybody can ride a giant wave or be towed in or ride a hydrofoil board or stand up paddle across every channel in Hawaii or whatever there is. But they can enjoy this superfood. The kids can enjoy it. The adults, everybody can enjoy these products. They're incredible. And then there's the family, the family spokes. There's multiple spokes. There's, three daughters and Gabby and those things. And then there's the new, haven't done yet, what's coming next kind of area. And that I'm always open, I'm open to that. I mean, there's always evolutions within these. And I think, like I said, I love innovation. That's the thing that keeps me excited in all these different areas. And also as a person, innovation as a person, like I want to try to grow, I've been studying some Adlerian psychology lately. I really appreciate that perspective. And the bad news is it says it'll take me half of however I'm old to actually implement it. So it means I got like 20 something years before I can actually implement it. But I see it and I go, I wish I would like to be able to, offer some Adlerian, and then just keep all these pieces attached, keep everything working. That's that's the challenge too. That's the ongoing challenge. But and keep inspired. Just keep all these things helping me be inspired. Be inspired to be a dad. Be inspired to be a boyfriend, a surfer, a husband of my wife, and a friend to my friends, and just all those, all that, and it all, again, it's that it's that wheel, right? Just keep that wheel rolling, and then hopefully all of them are feeding into the center.